Thank you. So excited that everyone is here tonight. I know we're going to have some more people jumping on, but if you're already on and you're listening, know that we're recording this because I know there are multiple times where I've gotten on calls like this and thought to myself, I wish I was taking some more notes, or I wish I could have invited so-and-so. So please know that it's recorded and we can absolutely send you this information that you can either review yourself or that you can pass on. So welcome to our Healthy Living Revolution event. My name is Kim McCall. I'm going to be hosting tonight along with a couple of my favorite people on the planet. We've got Denise and Brenda and Elaine and Stacy. You're going to hear from all of us, and we are super, super excited to have you here with us. We're here tonight to really network. And what we want to do is network with mission-driven people on the topic of family health, which is near and dear to many of us. This is going to be relaxed. It's going to be fun. It's going to be chill. See, I promise it's going to be chill. Feel free to have a glass of wine. I know I am. But this is super laid back. What we really want to do is share some really valuable information, but more importantly, share some stories. So we hope you enjoy listening. It's kind of like grown-up show and tell a little bit when we do this, and like the Brady Bunch on steroids, because I get to look all over at everyone's face. And again, as you're listening to these stories, perhaps it's going to resonate with you, or perhaps you're going to think about someone in your life that needs to hear this message. So those people, thank you in advance, for passing this information and paying it forward. If you hear something that you think it could help them, please do.
Hey, Kim, you're muted.
Okay, did it just mute?
Yes.
Okay, you could hear me before that though, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So to kick it off, I'm asking the question, by a show of hands, would you agree that being healthy today can be challenging? It's like in the baggies, you're challenging, right? I just said to somebody today, I feel like it's folding. It's like folding a fitted sheet. It looks really easy. And you try to do it and it's like next to impossible. That's what I think of it as these days. So we'd all love to look good, to feel good, to live a long life. And we're all to the point where we realize that it's our job to try to make that happen. We realize that lifestyle plays a big role. But unfortunately, right now in today's world, it's complicated. It can be unpleasant. And I personally, even as a certified health coach, think it can be confusing because we get mixed messages all over the place. That's where we come in. So what we're going to do tonight is introduce you to a movement called the Healthy Living Revolution. So my friends that are here tonight that are going to share their stories, and I, frankly, along with thousands of others, are a part of this unique community where together we're taking our health back. We're doing it in ways that are super simple, super doable, and super fun. And I can tell you if it weren't simple, doable, and fun, I wouldn't be doing it. So it's all three of those things. The goal of the Healthy Living Revolution is to come alongside families like yours who want better health and to meet you exactly where you are and to really empower positive changes along the way, okay? So I'm gonna walk you through 3 doorways that we use to inspire healthy living around the world. First, free resources, nutritional support, and then the organization that really makes it all possible. So thinking about free resources, the team at the Healthy Living Revolution has created really a selection of fantastic resources for you and your family to use. And these are the kind of resources that for years we've been going to professionals to get access to, but these are free for you to use. We have multiple cookbooks of very clean and easy recipes. Just made one for dinner tonight. We have short webinars on a lot of the trending health topics today, things like gut health, fertility, keto diet, what is it, does it work, that kind of thing. We also have a home fitness series. It can be hard to get to a gym. It can be expensive to get to a gym. So we have a free home fitness series. If you have a floor, you can work out. And what I love the most in the free resources is the Start Strong program. I have 2 kids, a 2nd and a 4th grader, and this program is really designed to raise up an entire generation of active, healthy children that have a positive body image and good nutritional habits. So that is one of my favorite parts about those resources. The person who invited you is going to send you the link to this website so you can take a look and start using all of those resources. The second door I talked about as far as support is nutritional support. So nutrition is the foundation of good health. We know that by now. It's the one thing that everyone agrees on, right? When we have different areas of practice and different doctors talking about what's good and what's not. Nutrition is really the foundation to health. We have to flood our bodies with the most important food that we could ever eat, which is raw fruits, vegetables, and berries. That is where the rubber meets the road. Those fruits, vegetables, and berries are not just good for us, they are absolutely positively critical. In fact, we're supposed to eat not just a wide variety, we've heard that a lot, eat the rainbow, but we are supposed to eat 9 to 13 servings every single day, and almost no one does. And if you're not health conscious, you wouldn't be on the phone right now. You wouldn't have taken some time out of your Tuesday night to jump on and think about it. When was the last time that you got, as a health conscious person, 9 to 13 servings of fruits, vegetables, and berries? Even the best eaters need help. And that's why we not just rely on, but we're so thankful for the nutritional support that we do use in this movement, in this revolution, the nutritional support of Juice Plus. And I'm going to show you what it looks like from a bottle perspective. Juice Plus is over 30 different raw, vine-ripened whole foods. It's like Jetson food, for those of you old enough to remember the Jetson. It's non-GMO. It's NSF certified, which means it's incredibly pure. I like to think of it as salad in a capsule. And no, we do not yet have exercise in a capsule. Trust me, I'll tell you when we do, but we don't. But we do have salad in a capsule, okay? So I love that my family literally consumes 30 different kinds of raw fruits, vegetables, and berries every single morning before they even brush their teeth, which for me is a serious mom win. That wasn't happening probably inside of a week before, and now it's happening every morning before they even brush their teeth. Personally, I think it's also important to understand the process that the fruits and vegetables go through to be encapsulated, because this is what it ends up looking like. It becomes a capsule or chewable form. So first off, the fruits and vegetables and berries are completely vine ripened. That's important that they remain attached to the plant until the nutrition is fully developed. And that's what it's allowed to do. What we buy in the grocery store is not vine ripened, so it doesn't have nearly the nutrition. This is vine ripened. The fruits and vegetables and berries are then ground up, which is a lot better than just juicing. We use the whole food. And by that, I mean the peels, the leaves, the seeds whenever possible. That provides a lot more nutrition. As an example, and I've got an orange here, told you it was show and tell, up to 80% of the vitamin C in an orange is in the peel. Again, show of hands, when was the last time you ate an orange peel? It's been a while, right? One of the reasons oranges are so good for us is because of what's in the peel. So once we grind up all that produce, you've got a slurry. That slurry is then slowly dried at a very low temperature, preserving all the live nutrients, okay? That means when it's encapsulated, you have concentrated, raw, clean produce. Super, super cool. Here's what I love about Juice Plus. I love that it's scientifically proven. I am absolutely positively a prove it kind of girl. I am a show me the science kind of person. So I really love this. This is important to me. Juice Plus is the most researched nutritional product in the world. There's a lot of products out there. We are the most researched nutritional product in the world with over 35 studies in peer-reviewed medical journals. More to come. There's a lot more underway right now. I also love the fact, in addition to that it's researched, that it's food, that it's not a vitamin. And if you can see this here, this is a nutrition label, not a vitamin label. This is the same exact label you would see on a bag of frozen broccoli at the grocery store, okay? And as a certified health coach, I personally think it's really important for our food, for our nutrition to come from food. and not a synthetic isolated vitamin like we've been doing for decades and decades and not making any gains, right? Food is exactly what my family's getting when they take Juice Plus. So I love that. I also love that there's no warning label anywhere on here. There's no child safety cap. None of that. That would never happen on a pharmaceutical with a pH, right? This is a pharmaceutical with an FARM. No warning label. It's safe for people of all ages. We like to say it benefits people womb to tomb, but it's good for people who are pregnant, nursing mothers, children, elderly, professional athletes who are very strict about what they're allowed to put in their body from a supplementation perspective. So it's good for all of those people. Another part of the product line that I'm not going to spend quite as much time on is Complete. My family loves this. Chocolate and vanilla. It also comes in bar form, but chocolate and vanilla Complete is vegan, it's gluten-free, it's whole food, it's protein, fiber, amino acids, and fruits and vegetables in a shake. So it's a really great quick breakfast, great for a quick post-workout recovery or a healthy snack. We do this a lot after school. We just dump it in with some water, shake it up, and it's a great on-the-go snack. We also have an Omega blend, and we also have Tower Gardens, aeroponic gardening. So all of these are excellent ways to help people get more whole food into their diet as well. Lastly, but certainly not least, to kind of bring it all together, we have a 4-month program. And what I really find impressive about Juice Plus is that it's not a product, it's more like an experience. You're connecting with a community full of people. This is a free program. It's a 4-month program with a 10-day jumpstart called the Shred 10. So really take a look at it. Together, what we do is we shred the foods and the habits that aren't serving us. And we've all got, a handful of those. We stay really closely connected for support and encouragement during that 10-day jumpstart. And people make a lot of progress. Some people do it a couple times a year. Some people do it 10 days a month with a group of friends and somebody coaching them from inside of the Healthy Living Revolution. So feel free to go to shred10.com and check it out, or the person who invited you can also certainly get you some more information. So what I want to do now that I've done a little show, we want to do a little tell. So we want to hear some stories about what flooding their bodies with Juice Plus has done for a couple people that are on the phone with us tonight. And I know I'm looking all over the screen looking for them. But the first, and hopefully you're not muted, why don't we hear from Brenda Proctor first? We'd love to hear, Brenda, what Juice Plus has done for you.
Well, hi. Yes, I'd love to share too. I'm a single mom and a retired teacher. And if you had met me 15 years ago, you would have had no idea probably how sick I was. I was struggling with a lot of health issues. I had fibromyalgia, all 18 pressure points. I had chronic migraines. I had shattered a disc in my neck, which is with arthritis, and had to have a cervical fusion. I was chronically constipated, didn't sleep at night, and I had recently been diagnosed with cervical cancer. I was in pain every single day. When I would wake up in the morning, I would lay there in bed and just catalog everything that hurt from my toes up. And it was always everything. But as a single mom, you get up and go to work. I often wondered what was going to happen if I became too ill to work anymore. I was a reading teacher, so I was constantly reading and researching everything I could to feel better. And I discovered that all kinds of supplements I was taking. I was going to multiple doctors. I was daily taking 13 prescriptions and over 50 supplements a day. At that time, I had no idea that many of the choices I was making was actually making me sicker. Even though I love fruits and vegetables, we weren't eating enough. And my son and I lived on fast food and boxed mac and cheese and Diet Coke because I didn't know any better. I love what Maya Angelou says, that when you know better, you do better, because we're all doing the best we can. Well, not long after I received the cancer diagnosis, my brother and sister-in-law came home from a conference where they had met Elaine and been introduced to Juice Plus. And they came home and shared it with me. And for me, Juice Plus was a no-brainer. Getting high-quality fruits and vegetables in my system every day just made sense. So my entire family, my parents, my brother and sister-in-law, all of us started on Juice Plus 15 years ago. I just added Juice Plus to what I was already doing. And I'll be honest with you, I wasn't expecting much. But 2 weeks later, I slept through the night for the first time in 20 years. And I was beginning to notice significant difference in my chronic fatigue, my fibro fog, and my muscle pain. So I called my brother and I got Elaine's phone number and called her up and said, how much of this stuff can I take? She said, it's just food. You can take as much as you can afford and you can't overdose food. She sent me to the internet and I began researching the difference between vitamins and whole food. And I decided to cold turkey off of all the supplements and I began taking Double Juice Plus, which I've been doing ever since. I have to tell you, I never felt anything with Juice Plus. I just started feeling better. At my 6-month checkup with my cancer doctor, he examined me and he said, well, you appear to be holding your own. And I said, I'm getting well. And he kind of looked startled and he goes, well, yes, it's a great regimen. And I said, I haven't filled any of the prescriptions. I haven't done chemo or radiation. He goes, well, what are you doing? And I said, I'm eating a lot of fruits and vegetables. And, he rolled his eyes at me. Same thing when I went back at 12 months and 18 months. When I went back for my 2-year checkup, he never said a word to my face, but he had one of his staff members put a sticky note on my paperwork. And he said, whatever you're doing, keep it up. You're cancer free. So within a year, I was off all my medications. Within 2 years, I was cancer free. By the end of the 3rd year, I was pretty much free of all the fibromyalgia symptoms, but it took me 4 years to be regular every day. All of my family still eats Juice Plus. My parents are in their 90s, and they have unprecedented health for that age. I have never gone a day in 15 years without taking Double Juice Plus at least, and at least 1 and usually 2 shakes a day because I love the way I feel. I work out 4 to 5 days a week, and I truly feel great every single day. I'm so grateful for Juice Plus.
Oh, Brenda, I don't even think I knew how many medications you were on. I mean, I knew your story of healing and how amazing it's been, but I had no idea that you were on that many and went off of them. So that just it's amazing to me. I absolutely positively love it. Like there's another kind of pharmaceutical in town, right? FARM. I love that. Thank you, Brenda, so much. We're so happy for you. Denise, if you could jump on from, I was going to say sunny California, but it looks like the sun has set on California as well. So if you could tell us
it's a little smoky out here too. So
a little bit about your health journey.
Unfortunately. But yeah, thanks, Kim. I just have to say it's a total privilege to be on this call with this amazing group of women that are going to be sharing, but also it's such a privilege every time I get to share my story, because if anyone on this call walks away with even just a little nugget of something, and I played a role in that, it's just really humbling. So I just want to say thank you to start. So I've been eating Juice Plus for about 5 years now. And I know without question that I am so much healthier today because of it than I ever would have been without it. I came to Juice Plus in a bit of desperation, and in a lot of ways it feels really bizarre talking about it now because I'm so far removed from feeling as bad as I did then. I had just had my 3rd baby, so I'm a mom of 3 kids. And due to my kids' food allergies, I was told to eliminate a majority of foods from my diet once my son was born because he was having some reactions. And so just to paint a picture, I'm a former collegiate long distance runner, three-season sport athlete. And I thought that I understood the importance of eating to fuel my body and really nourish it and recover. I thought I was pretty healthy. And if you had asked me if I ate enough fruits and vegetables, I would have said yes, absolutely. I mean, before I had my first child, right that year that I got pregnant with her, I ran the Chicago Marathon and I took good care of myself, I thought. But guys, I was wrong. What happened was I was forced to cut out a majority of foods due to these allergies. So the major allergens like dairy, soy, nuts, certain legumes, and eggs. And there really wasn't much left. I mean, aside from the nuts, basically, and the certain legumes, basically I was left with just being able to eat just the plant-based diet. So nothing processed or packaged. And you know what? I really didn't know how to eat this way. I lost, I didn't have the grab and go snacks anymore. And it took me that to realize that I was losing a majority of my caloric intake and my nutrients because I was getting it through, I mean, I wasn't even getting them actually. And then just basically the bottom dropped out. So that meant the good stuff that I was getting was going to my baby, and whatever was left, like there was nothing left. So I wasn't getting anything. So I was left nutritionally depleted, run down, knocked flat on my back. And like we all say that our kids like suck everything out of us. In this case, he literally did. But for all the parents out there, you know, moms and dads too, but especially moms, like we just don't get sick days. But there I was, I had 3 kids under 5. And I was sending my kids over to my neighbors because I had to like just lay in bed. I couldn't do anything. Infection after infection, rounds of antibiotics, and only to get back on my feet and then be knocked over again. So my immune system was really shot. And the upside was that I knew in my heart that I wasn't supposed to feel this way. That just going on medication after medication that wasn't right. There had to be something else that I needed to do. So it was good fortune that a dear friend, she became a dear friend, crossed my path, who was a health coach. She introduced me to Juice Plus, and it took, I will give myself credit for my good sense that allowed me to keep an open mind and take her recommendation. So I tried Juice Plus, not really understanding it, not really fully understanding what it is, but I trusted her. And frankly, I just was desperate to feel better. I knew it wasn't going to hurt me. So it turned out to be exactly what I needed. I stopped getting sick and I went back to being the healthy, active mom I was used to being. But to be honest, I didn't even attribute this to my renewed health to Juice Plus. So even with that, after several months, I fell out of the habit, because you know what happens when we feel good, and we don't think about it. And I got busy, things got crazy. During the summer, we fell out of the habit. Fall came around and I got the flu. And I was like, wow. I dug the capsules back out of my cabinet, and now I don't go a day without flooding my body and my kids' bodies and my husband's body with at least 30 different fruits, vegetables, and berries. And I'm so grateful for this journey. I'm so grateful for these products, this company. I'm still amazed as the time goes by at the compound effects that all of this great nutrition has had on my body, even though omegas, after a year now of taking them, and sometimes I double the dose, my hair, my skin, everything is so much healthier. My kids, their eczema symptoms have been reduced, as well as their allergy symptoms. It's helped with regularity and digestive issues in my family. It's helped boost our immune systems. I recover better than ever from any athletic or any workouts that I do, and I get injured way less. Not to mention it's changed the course of my professional path, which I love as well. So you name it, in my world, there's so much that I can attribute to Juice Plus, and I'm certainly not the only one who feels like this. Brenda's, obviously she's got a great story, and what I love is just there's so many touching, moving stories out there. These products are backed by science, but the science is backed by experience. So thanks for letting me share, Kim.
Oh, I love that, Denise. You're right. Like the science is important, but so is the experience. And like when people like you that I know and love, I say to my closest friends, like I've been involved with Juice Plus for 8 years now. And so many of my amazingly close friends and family have given me feedback that I know is true, because I know them to be honest people, right? So it just blows my mind when I hear the experience. The science I can get and I can read, but the experience really lights me on fire. So now we're going to talk about the Freedom Revolution, which is the business community. The main mission of Juice Plus we've already talked about is to bring freedom through improved health. Sometimes we don't really relate health and freedom until our health is taken away, and then we realize that having our health really gives us a lot of freedom. So to bring freedom through health is certainly our main mission. And it's important to know that about 80% of Juice Plus is used by customers, happy customers who have no professional affiliation with the company. But serving these customers are people like me, those of us who have partnered with Juice Plus as a business opportunity. We are truly and sincerely paid well to do a lot of really good work. So as you listen to the next few stories, perhaps you'll think of someone in your life who may need to hear what's possible in that department or that side of their life as well. So first of all, I want to address two common questions about the Juice Plus company. The first is just a plain and simple, how does it work? The business is open to anyone 18 years of age or older. It's called a virtual franchise, and it's $50 a year to own. You have an online office and a personal website, and you run your own business from any device, anytime, anywhere. I truly and sincerely run a very large business through my phone. It's not a home-based business for me, it's a phone-based business, which means I can go anywhere I want, and I love that. You earn residual income by sincerely just sharing Juice Plus, by word of mouth, by authentic conversations with the people in your life that you know and love, and the company does all of the rest of the legwork. They manufacture the product, they deliver it, they bill, they collect, and then they just pay us directly through direct deposit. So there's no inventory to keep. The only Juice Plus we ever touch is our own. So it's not like people like myself are sitting around with a garage full of Juice Plus. I am my own best customer, mind you, because I love my Juice Plus, but we hold no inventory. All of our commission levels are permanent. There are no quotas, there are no minimums. So what that really does is give us the freedom to choose our individual pace, which is nice. There is also no glass ceiling on income, which was incredibly appealing to me. The sky is truly and sincerely the limit. There are no territorial restrictions, and Juice Plus is in over 20 countries, which means as a franchise owner, you automatically have access to owning an international business. Truly extraordinary. There are some other really great things about the Juice Plus company, which in my opinion, coming from traditional corporate America, really set this company apart. The company was formed nearly 50 years ago by its president and founder, Jay Martin, who is an amazing man with a huge heart, and he is still at the helm today. We are privately held, debt-free, and multi-billion-dollar company. That's next to unheard of, to be privately held, debt-free, and a multi-billion-dollar company. Juice Plus is the largest selling. We already said it's the most thoroughly researched, but it's also the most largest selling nutritional support product in the world. And there's a lot of them out there. And Juice Plus is the largest selling nutritional support product in the world. We have a family benefits package at the top positions in the company that include medical, dental, disability, long-term care, chiropractic, prescriptions, some college assistance and reimbursement, holiday bonus, monthly expenses. It's really unlike anything I've ever seen from even the corporate world, to be honest, of which I was a part of for many years. I love that this business can be one that can produce some short-term cash. Certainly, we have programs that enable you to do that. But more importantly, it's a long-term wealth building and retirement strategy. And I know Elaine came from the financial planning world, which is one of the reasons she was attracted to this business. But that's something to really smile about, you know, the fact that it can do both. It can certainly provide some short-term returns, but also really a long-term wealth building strategy. What I love the most, though, is that Juice Plus doesn't just inspire healthy living. That's our mission statement. They also opened it up a few years ago to include inspiring healthy giving as well. Very, very unique in the world we live in today. We've impacted over 1 million families so far with what we've called the Children's Health Study, where kids can take Juice Plus for free. We're the title sponsor of the St. Jude's Marathon every year, which produces incredible amounts of funding for St. Jude's. We're highly, highly involved in both the Girls and Boys Clubs, as well as the Volunteers of America. So please let us know after this call if you'd like more details on specifically what I just talked about and how we're making a difference in those organizations and those places. I like to say that we're a community of ethical entrepreneurs, which you don't find every day in 2018, but we're a community of ethical entrepreneurs that are really making a huge impact on the world beyond just these products, beyond just support of this community. It's really a community of very, very giving people, and it's something we're proud of. And again, it's not the type of company you find every day. So we'd love to tell you more. Now we want to talk a little bit about business stories before we wrap up. We want to hear what really made people decide to partner with the Juice Plus company. So Elaine, if you would love to share with us, what was it about this company that had you decide to partner?
Well, my story actually began 25 years ago. I'm giving my age away here. And I was sitting in a business seminar, and the lady's name was Margie Blanchard, and she challenged everybody in that room to take 1 hour that day to dream. And she said, here's what I want you to dream about. She said, I want you to literally sit down and think about 5 years into the future. What's your perfect day look like? Well, at that point in time, as Kim was saying, I was a financial planner, and I was working 60, 80 hours a week, which was totally fine. I was married, but I didn't have any kids. But when she projected it out 5 years, I thought, that's not where I want to be in 5 years. And so I literally opened up my manual. I went to the back and I started dreaming. And I thought, the first thing I wrote down is, I want time freedom. I want to sit on the back deck with my husband and drink coffee in the morning. I want kids, and I want to be present in their life. And I want to have my own business. I'm sick and tired of making someone else a lot of money. I want to make a lot of money. And I just remember thinking, I want to have something that's mine, something I can be passionate about, something that is going to grow me and stretch me. And boy, I got off on, I was just writing like crazy. And I remember shutting that manual, going home from that seminar, and I put that manual up in my attic, and I thought, could that really be me? Could I really see those things I wrote down as my dreams come to fruition? Now, fast forward 6 years later, I've got a 1-year-old, I have a 3-year-old, I have a husband who's traveling all the time, and I'm still working for this firm. And I got to be honest, I had a lot of turmoil going on inside of me, because my current day wasn't matching up with my perfect day. The day I had crafted, the thoughts I had dreamed and written down in the back of that manual. And another thing, not only was I struggling about my career, but I was also struggling personally as a mom. I had this 1-year-old and this 3-year-old, and I couldn't get them to eat fruits and vegetables. And it weighed heavy on me. Literally, I was finding chewed up green beans underneath my couch. And I was married to my husband, who traveled day in and day out. And literally, starting from Atlanta, Georgia, all the way down to Macon, Georgia, I would see the receipts. He would hit every single barbecue joint there was. And so I was nervous. And so I started juicing, and I started trying to make everyone juice. And I remember sitting down 2 green glasses of green juice in front of my 1-year-old and the 3-year-old, and the looks on their face like, are you kidding me? And I love that statement that says, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And this student was ready. I just needed someone to teach me, what do I need to do? And I had a dear friend share Juice Plus with me. And instantly I got it. And my husband and I both were on board. And I couldn't wait to tell everybody around me, oh my gosh, have you heard about Juice Plus? You got to listen to Juice Plus. So I remember one day calling the person who was my Juice Plus representative, saying, I've got another friend who wants Juice Plus. And my husband looked at me and he goes, what are you doing? And I'm like, what do you mean, what am I doing? And he goes, this is the business you've been praying for. He goes, I said, I can't sell anything. And he goes, well, I don't care if you can sell it or not, but you got all your friends on it. You may as well make some money. And then he said, at least cover our cost. And that's all that it took. I was all in on this mission. And I'm here to tell you, 18 years later, I'm all in. And every day, I can't wait to get up and share this story, share this product, and even more so, share this business. Because several years into Juice Plus, in this mission I'm on, I went up in my attic, I pulled out that manual, and I literally flipped to the back, and I started reading. I want to make 6 figures. I want to sit on the deck with my husband. I want to have passion and purpose. I want to influence and change lives. And I'm here to tell you, every single thing I'd written down came to fruition. So I don't know about you, But if you're struggling because your current day isn't matching your dream day, I just want to say, talk to the person who invited you, because there is another way.
I love that, Elaine. And what I love the most is that you wrote it down before you even found it, right? So It's kind of like, as like a teenage girl, like writing the list of like the attributes that your dream guy would have and then finding him. And it's him because you've already described it, right? It's like you manifest it. Like you wrote down everything you would want and then you found it, which is so, so cool because we all deserve that. We all deserve to be having our ideal day every single day. And now I want to turn it over to Stacy Whitmer, my soul sister, who I met as a result of both of us, wanting to partner with the Juice Plus company. And she's now one of my favorite people on the planet. And Stacy has an awesome story too.
So I am Stacy Whitmer. Like Kim said, it's nice to meet you guys. I wanted to tell you my story about my business story, kind of what this business has done for me and how I got involved in it. And one of the things you're going to hear a lot is that everybody has a different story, but we all are part of the same mission. It doesn't matter how you got here or where you plan to go when you get here. We're all part of the same mission. We're sharing the same products, and that's the best part. So for me, my story is crazy and fun and everything in between. I worked for a significant corporate company. I had a significant corporate career for 11 years. And I will tell you that halfway through that career, I felt fine that this is what I was supposed to do. I remember being 23 outside of college thinking, oh, look how fancy I am. I have a fancy car. I'm in a fancy suit every day. I just felt like this is what I'm supposed to do forever. I've made it. Like this is my life. I had a huge income. So I assumed this is what my life was supposed to be like forever until, right? When are we aware of our health? When something happens. Right? When was I aware that I was meant for more than this job? When I had my kids. So about 6 years into my career, I had my firstborn. He had some stuff and he had some health issues coming out, early on when he was born at 4 months old. And at 4 months old, he had a really nasty allergy and our whole lives changed with food because of that. And then about 3 minutes later, I had my second son because they're really close in age. And, I was going through that I was torn every single day leaving my house, knowing that I wasn't going to be with them for 8+ hours every single day. You have to understand that at that point in my life, I was paying my nanny more than my mortgage to raise my children. They were my kids. And every single day I walked out of that house with a knot in my stomach and knowing that I can't do this forever. I don't want to do this forever. But I live on Long Island. I live in New York. And it's not an inexpensive place to live. My husband is a teacher and a coach and does tremendous, but I had a huge income. And it's not something you can walk away from. You don't just walk away from that kind of income. I didn't walk away. I was downsized. So I don't know any of you that are on here that might have a corporate career, but no matter where you are in the corporate world, you are a number. And at some point, my number was called. But I will tell you guys that I was never going to jump if I wasn't pushed because I was scared. I didn't know what to do. I knew I loved nutrition. I loved food. Our whole lives changed with food. I became very holistic by nature because of my son's allergy. And my whole life changed because of that. Well, as fate has it, 10 days after I was downsized from my fancy corporate career, which was hands down one of the best days of my life, I remember feeling so elated, like a 1 million pound weight dropped off of my back. Like I had this backpack on and it was pushing me down every single day that I had to leave my house. But I remember the day that they said, I'm sorry, you no longer have your position here. I literally felt like my backpack dropped and I could be whatever I wanted to be. I literally was able to dream and think like, oh my gosh, what do I want to be when I grow up? I don't know, right? I didn't know what it was going to be at that point. But I knew when I was introduced to the Juice Plus products in the business that this was my forever. So I was downsized on a Wednesday. That following Friday, I was at a friend's house at her wine and wellness event where I learned about the Juice Plus product and I learned about the Juice Plus business. So for me, I'm a researcher. I was a biology and kinesiology major, so I love science. So I spent a week or so researching the product. And when I saw that it was the most clinically researched nutritional product on the planet, I was sold. I needed to get it into my family's body right away because the science is showing us what this is doing inside of our bodies, and I needed it in my family's body because we had some health stuff. Well, not only did I research the product, but I researched the business. I researched about this 45, almost 50-year-old company. I researched about this incredible compensation plan that was going to be now my new career 2.0. So I will never forget the day that I made the decision to say yes to this company. And guys, it was actually 4 years ago today that I said yes to the Juice Plus company. And I could cry right now, and I'm a crier, so get over it if I cry. But I remembered thinking and speaking to my husband that night, and I remember him saying to me, "You're never going back to corporate America again, are you?" And I was like, "No, not a shot." At that point, I saw an opportunity that was going to truly make one of my dreams come true, and that was to stay home with my children. And I will tell you, 4 years ago today, hands down one of the best yeses I've ever said in my life, because I have never gone back to work because of Juice Plus, this product that I stand behind, and this business. My life has forever been changed because I have an opportunity to share something that I love with people that I absolutely love. And I have never gone back to corporate America again. And I never will. I don't have to. I have built a business that provides benefits for my family. I have found a community, and I want you to understand something. I wasn't looking for friends. I wasn't looking for a community, but I found everything. Everything that I didn't know I wanted and needed in my life, I found by saying yes and taking a leap of faith. Because at the end of the day, we have a choice to make. And me choosing to say yes to this business wasn't easy. I could have gone the easy road and gone back to a corporate job. I could have certainly done that. But I wanted more for my life. I wanted something different. And in order to get something different, you have to do something different. So I said yes to this business, and I have been blessed with an incredible team and incredible people that I surround myself with every single day. And it's truly changed my life forever. I am forever grateful for this product and this business, and for someone being brave enough to invite me to an event where I learned about this, just like we're on right now. So if you're sitting here and you're kind of unsettled and you feel like there is a fire that's missing in you every single day, don't let fear stop you. It's worth the jump. I promise.
Oh, I love you, Stacy. And look, it's happy 4-year anniversary. And you know what's crazy to me when you just said that? I was thinking, sometimes we all think like, what if we wouldn't have said yes? Like if either one of us would not have said yes, we wouldn't have this magical friendship even. Like, it's crazy. There's just so many things, like the health, the community, certainly the business opportunity for all of us that were in the corporate world and who are now home with kids, replacing corporate incomes, thriving. It's just, people are like, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. No, sorry, it is. It's true. I'm telling you. Otherwise, I wouldn't be on the phone with you guys here tonight. So to wrap it up, I want to thank you for joining us. I just want to kind of review the 2 type of people we're looking to network with. And when I say network, I mean genuinely connect, okay? We truly want to connect with people who are ready to take that next step in their health, whether it's just to check out the free resources. Even the free resources alone can take somebody fairly far. So whether it's to check out those free resources, or whether those people are ready to just make their life easier, like we've all talked about, and make those leaps and bounds improvements from health by flooding their body with that nutrition. It costs $2 a day or under in most cases. Kids get it for free. It's the simplest, most convenient, most affordable way to just get massive amounts of nutrition into your busy families. And here's one thing I want you to consider before we get off the phone. There is no human condition. And there's a great doctor who taught me this, and I say it all the time. There is no human condition that improved nutrition cannot potentially impact. Think about that. No human condition that improving our nutrition can potentially impact. So no matter what your family is struggling with right now, I consider this kind of nutrition right here to offer hope, like serious hope. And it's the kind of hope that's based on science, which is a pretty incredible combination. We also want to connect and partner with anyone who's really got their options open, who's wanting to expand, to earn some stable residual income, expand their options, make a difference, be a part of a community. The Freedom Revolution, you've already heard, it gives parents that financial peace of mind to choose like mom and dad care over daycare. It happens every day in our business, and I love that. It gives hardworking professionals that have been in the business world an opportunity to build their own dreams, like Elaine talked about, instead of building the dreams of someone else. In many cases in our organization, it's giving college kids the ability to build this side gig to help pay for college, and in many cases make them unemployable because they don't want a traditional job by the time that they graduate. It's helping empty nesters to increase retirement, so there's more than enough financial resources so that you can enjoy life and give to future generations. And we do all of this, which is important, by plugging into a really simple system and using a really simple product, but most importantly in a super positive and super fun community. I think that's been the most important thing to me as all. So I always share with people that being involved with the Healthy Living Revolution puts me in what I think is a rather unique position. And I say this to people a lot. I kind of at all times of the day feel like I'm one conversation away from possibly changing someone's life, and that sounds crazy, but it's cool. And it's crazy, but it's cool. And that's literally what we're doing. We're put in that position. So I really urge you to ask yourself, after you've taken a hard listen tonight, who do you know that needs to hear about this? The products, the business, what if this could help them? So think of someone, and when you do, let us know. And we invite them on a call like this or to connect one-on-one specifically to hear about what their health goals are. So get with the person who invited you to the call. I know there were over 50 people on this call. So whoever invited you to this call, please get with them, because they're going to send you the Healthy Living Revolution link, and they can certainly answer any questions that you have. I absolutely love sharing this information because it's changed the course of my own family's life. So for me, this kind of thing has been a blast. Hopefully you found it fun and informative as well. But thank you so, so, so much for your time tonight. And I just hope you have an awesome rest of the day. And I hope that this gives you some peace of mind going to bed tonight, that hopefully you heard some solutions that can play a big, huge role in your lives like it has in all of ours. So thanks, everybody. And again, this is recorded if anybody wants a copy or to send to a friend.